circulatory system. William Harvey published De Motu Cordis in 1628, which revealed his conclusion based on his extensive studies of vertebrate circulatory system. He identified the central role of the heart, arteries, and veins in producing blood movement in a circuit and failed to find any confirmation of Galen's pre-exciting notions of heating and cooling function. The history of early modern biology and medicine is often told through the search for the seat of the soul. Galen, in his descriptions of his fundamental work in medicine, presented the distinctions between arteries, veins, and nerves using the vocabulary of the soul. Scientific society and journals are critical. Innovation was the creation of permanent scientific societies and their scholarly journals, which dramatically spread the diffusion of new ideas. Typically, was the founding of the Royal Society and London in 1660, and its journal in 1665, the philosophical transaction of the Royal Society, the first scientific journal in English in 1665, also saw the first journal in French. The journal Descartes' Science, drawing on the works of Newton, Descartes, Pascal, and Leibniz. Science was on a path to modern mathematics, physics, and technology by the time of the generation of Benjamin Franklin, 1706 to 1790, Leonhard Euler, 1707 to 1783, Mikhail Lomonosov, 1711 to 1765, and Jan Lee Rond de Alembert, 1717 to 1783, Dennis Detroit's encyclopedia, published between 1751 and 1772, brought this new understanding to a wide audience. The impact of this process was not limited to science and technology, but affected philosophy, Immanuel Kant, David Hume, religion. The increasingly significant impact of science upon religion and society and politics in general. Adam Smith, Voltaire, developments in geology. Geology did not undergo systematic restructuring during the scientific revolution, but instead existed as a cloud of an isolated, this connected ideas about rocks, minerals, and lands from long being. It became a coherent science. Robert Hooke formulated a theory of earthquakes, and Nicholas Steno developed the theory of superposition and argued that fossils were the remains of once living creatures, beginning with Thomas Burnet's sacred theory of the earth in 1681. Natural philosophy was began to explore the idea that the earth had changed over time. Burnet and his contemporaries interpreted Earth's past in terms of events described in the Bible, but their work laid the intellectual foundation for secular interpretations of Earth history. Post-scientific revolution, bioelectricity. During the late 18th century, researchers such as Hugh Williamson and John Walsh experimented on the effects of electricity on the human body. Further studies by Luigi Galvani and Alessandro Volta established the electrical nature of what Volta called galvanism. Developments in geology, modern geology like modern chemistry, gradually evolved during the 18th and early 19th century. Benoit de Mellet and the Comte de Buffon saw the Earth as much older than the 6,000 years, envisioned by biblical scholar Jean Ethan Gettard and Nicolas Desmarest hiked to central France and recorded their observation on some of the first geological maps. Fueled by the end of the 18th century, these early geologists also proposed a generalized interpretation of Earth history that lead James Hutton, George Cuvier, and Alexander Brown, Brongniart. The principle first applied to the geology of the Paris Basin. The use of index fossil became a powerful tool for making geological maps because it's allowed geologists to correlate the rocks in one locality with those of similar age in other distant localities. Birth of modern economics, the base of classical economics, Paul Adam Smith, and inquiry into the nature and causes of the wealth of nation, published in 1776. Smith criticized mercantilism, advocating a system of free trade with division of labor. He postulated an invisible hand that a regulated economic system made up of actor guided only by its self-interest. The invisible hand mentioned in the last page in the middle of a chapter in the middle of the wealth of nation 1776 advances as a myth central message. Social science anthropology can best be understood as an outgrowth of the age of Enlightenment. It was during this period that Europeans attempted systematically to study human behavior. The tradition of Juris events, history, philosophy, and sociology developed during this time and informed the development of the social science of which anthropology was a part.